There we are. Hey, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening. How you feeling? How you feeling after you've been working on this 4K TV episode pretty tirelessly?
I feel. I mean, I don't know. I, I'm more thinking about the fact that I accidentally had the audio on. It sounded kind of quiet to me, but
Oh,
I don't
maybe
know.
it
Maybe,
might.
the overall
It
volume might
might.
need to go up.
Okay, hang on. Let me. I can turn it up.
Or I don't know if my computer might have been automatically reducing it.
Oh, hang on. I can do this. Okay, this should be better now. Well, maybe not. All right, let's try that. Everyone, I think that it's been a while. It's been almost a month since I've streamed, I guess.
Oh, I guess that's kind of true because I streamed. I think before and after the Japan trip.
Yeah. So it's been a little while for me, I think.
Yeah, but yeah, it's been a weird week. I mean, we've been back
Yeah.
roughly. We were just talking before we turned the stream on. We were just talking about how rough the jet lag's been.
Yeah, I I can't I can barely deal with it. It's I don't know what's going on, and I'm so very happy that my wife is patient with me because right about like between 3 and 5 o'clock every day, just like I get like hit with a ton of bricks, and I'm so tired suddenly that I cannot do anything but like close my eyes.
I mean, for me, I've not been like that. I've not been getting sleepy in the middle of the day, but like I have been incapable of getting out of bed until like 11 a.m.
Well, I kind of had the reverse problem where I was waking up at 4:30 every day. And
But I felt awesome when we were in Japan. Like
yeah.
I was sleeping good. I adapted to the time zone like on the first day. Like to be fair, a lot of days we did go to bed kind of early,
Yeah.
but I mean, that's healthy, I guess. But
Right.
uh, but now I've been going to bed. Like part of it is because I'm working on this episode so hard, and it's just been like this like all consuming thing, but it just feels like running in slow motion at the same time. But I've just been trying so hard to get so much done on it, uh, and like I've been going to bed like between 2:30 and 3 a.m. and waking up at like 11, and it's been weird.
Yeah, it's not been fun, and I'm actually headed out to Seattle tomorrow, um, to for some future projects possibilities, and then you're meeting me in San Francisco on Thursday, I believe. Is it Thursday?
That's right. I think it's Thursday.
Yeah, and we're gonna be there for like five days, or 4 days, 5 days, and then we're off to Chicago from there for
Yeah. So
like two
I'll be
days.
gone. I think like Thursday to Thursday. We'll be back on
Yeah, and
Thursday.
I'm gone. I'm gone like 10 days.
Yeah.
And th-
I mean, ideally, there would have been so much more distance and time between these trips because
right,
it's just like, I mean, we're going to be doing cool things on this trip. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's like, oh, I'd be so much more like excited about another trip if I didn't just get back a week
exact.
ago
And they're
and
only
didn't have this like gargantuan episode looming over me that I feel like so guilty that
yes,
like I know I'm not going to finish it. I'm going to get fairly close, but my goal is to have it in a position to where I could relatively easily finish it within a week of getting back. But I mean, I've got work projects I'm going to have to do this week, and still try to get more done on this. Like right now, this 4K episode feels like a phase of my life. And I'm ready for that phase to be over with. But it's not like some of like the Switchers episode where I was just like not too enthused about the subject matter. Like I'm not like over the episode or like in that sense. Like I'm still excited about it, but it's like I said before, it just feels like running in slow motion right now. It's just
Yeah.
it's so hard.
Well, I mean, it's not just that. It's just like my like every day feels like that. It's just like it's very tough. Like I was trying to get something done for before I went, and I just like I could not do it. Like I just could like I just couldn't get anything together. And
I'm mystified by the blinking red light on your Zoom SD card slot. Why is there a blinking red light there? Does it normally blink red?
it's just the angle, I think.
Oh,
it's just the angle. It's the slightly underneath there. But the 4K episode, it's not gonna be out this week. That's weird though. It almost looks like it's inside the.
Yeah, does it look like it's inside the SD card slot?
It kind of is. I just think it's like a perfect angle for it to show that way.
Like, interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, the 4K episode won't be this week. Probably not next week. And then hopefully after.
Yeah, it'll probably be like let me see.
And we didn't intend for this to happen. You know, I feel really bad that there is this big of a gap.
It was our only window of time. It was our only window of time to make this trip until like probably the fall, and we couldn't put it off. So, and you know, but I would say the 4K episode. Oh gosh, I mean, it looks so bad when I say it this way, but I mean, it's probably. I mean, it's gonna be like the end of the month, really. But I mean, close. I mean, it's gonna be like somewhere. I mean, probably the latter part of the last full week of July is what it's gonna have to look like.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
I hate that.
Right. It's just that everything happened all at once, and you know, I'm glad that we got the portable EverDrives episode out, and you know, like like I said, I tried to get something else done that I could do, but I mean, it just didn't happen. It was too hard to like get the energy to do it, I guess. So I'm gonna play something a little hopefully not too intense tonight. I'm gonna play some Gremlins 2, the new batch, the video game.
It's hard to guess. I don't know what to expect in terms of difficulty from this one. I mean, Sunsoft isn't afraid of making their games a little hard.
That's true. So we'll see how it goes.
I've seen scenes from Gremlins 2, but I have not actually seen Gremlins 2.
Does have
to my recollection. Oh, there's a password system. Well,
yeah.
That's always encouraging. This strikes me as a 4-letter password game.
Probably. I don't know how long it is.
I don't think it would be very complicated. Someone commented on the Little Samson stream and said, "Come on, try. Couldn't you do passwords the old-fashioned way with pen and paper for a 4-letter password game?" Yeah, I was taking screenshots.
I think it's interesting that there's
or phone pics. I mean, I don't have like I definitely have a lot of respect for doing things the old-fashioned way. You know, with a lot of retro game stuff, but I've never had, I would say, a fondness for writing down passwords.
There's quite a bit of knockback in this.
I think this is in general considered a pretty good game.
As far as I know, yeah. Oh, I got a pogo stick. Kind of interesting. There's giant rolling tomatoes.
I'm seeing Frank Strasser talking about Voltar's new amp. Is he talking about that Genesis thing? Because like I think that this happened when I was in the middle of being busy about something. I didn't know that is that his Genesis RGB.
That is. I don't think that's like the finalized one. I think it's like a kind of a stopgap. It's more of an easy one that I think this one he posted up is like open source.
Okay, but is it like a jail bar fix?
It might, but
And does it work in Master System? I need to ask
it does
him
work
some
on Master
details.
System, yeah.
Okay.
But it's not
Yeah,
like
'cause
it's not the like the kind of the Cadillac one that he had mentioned before. Oh, I died.
Okay. But I wonder.
Yep,
I mean, I wonder if there's a reason to wait for that, or if it depends on your situation, or what. I don't know much about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for like the really good one. Jeez.
Mr. Maynard says, upgrade to an OSSC recently. Any tips? I mean, you know, the interesting thing about the OSSC is it can be very complicated, or it can be like super simple. Like, I personally kind of prefer to just leave everything at the default, you know, the default 4x3 aspect that it does. Like, because you can like spend a lot of time dialing in really specific sampling timings or whatever, and that'll make like the edges of everything like crazy razor sharp in the horizontal. But I kind of feel like it's not really necessary, because I kind of like just a touch of a soft horizontal edge, and it doesn't even really look soft anyway. But it's not like razor sharp on the horizontal. But it's, I mean, you know, it's comparable to like how the FrameMeister is on the horizontal, I guess. But I just like leaving it at that default aspect ratio, because that to me looks like the true aspect ratio. If your TV takes 4x or 5x, I would recommend that. I also really like the 2x for 480p, and I actually kind of like the 4x Bob for 480i. To be honest, I was reporting some Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2, which is like maybe just about the cleanest looking PS2 game, especially for a 480i game. And I mean, even with the Bob deinterlacing, like that game is so clean looking, like you just about couldn't even see the Bob.
Wait, what game?
Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance.
Oh, okay.
Like the Bob on that game, like because it's so clean, because it's like super sampled from I think like 720p.
Oh, I see.
Like you almost can't even see the bobbing in it. Like it's that clean. Like just because the game is so clean.
Oh, I got a match.
It seems Mr. Maynard got the new StarTAC that can do 1080p 60 like you have.
Yep, I have the internal version of that one.
Yeah, it can. Corey's been able to do 5x on everything except NES and Super Nintendo.
Well, I mean, it does it, but it just doesn't hold it very well. Like it.
Mm-hmm. So you've been doing you've been doing 4x for almost everything. Which, to be fair, I mean, it's a pretty minimal difference between 4x and 5x.
Yeah, and especially
quality.
for stuff. Generally, I'm playing on a PVM anyways, and I'd rather have that 4x for editing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've loved using the OSSC because I just did, you know, my very basic setup. You can save the defaults for what it will default to. You can save for it to default to the RGB input. You can save for what scaling level it's going to default to. If your TV has a black level setting, set it for high with OSSC because it uses full range RGB. Although, you know, as I sort of go into in the 4K video, you should probably use limited range for almost anything, but you kind of don't have a choice with the OSSC. I would actually like to see
that feature added.
See an option, yeah, for being able to do limited range just to keep things consistent. But thankfully, my TV like kind of remembers the signal, and I don't have to like manually change between limited and full.
Oh, that's nice.
Like it remembers like, oh, when I'm receiving, 1200p, you like it to be on or 960p, you like to have it on black level high. Because I think that might have been one of the reasons, you initially thought the OSSC looked a little dark.
Right.
Although I think you were doing something else weird with it. Like it's challenging to hook up so many different types of signals. Now to get the C-Box Neo Geo resistor replaced to keep output signals safe to use on OSSC. I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but like was that like.
Yeah,
is that the
AliExpress or AliExpress?
Okay, so that is the AliExpress. Yeah, like I'm like actually pretty interested in that, but yeah, I don't know much about.
There's the sync is messed up.
It's too high.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can make it either through a modification to the system or a cable. I believe, like totally safe, right? Because I'm definitely kind of tempted to get that.
Yeah, you should. It doesn't feel particularly hard yet.
Some of the jumps look a little mean.
Yeah, I'm gonna die that right here. So you only get one life, and you start the beginning of the level. That's fine though. You don't start like all the way at like 2-1 or anything like that. You just start at 2-2.
Oh, so you're all yeah. Look, 4-letter password. I knew it. But 2-2. See, I didn't even realize. Like, it looked to me like you were still on like the first level or something.
Yeah, there's no real boss or anything like that. So.
Yeah. So there's probably bosses at some point. Does the music sound good in Sunsofty?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely not bad.
How much was this game? It's not terribly expensive.
No, I think I paid I think it was like $8 or something like that.
Oh, really? I thought it was a little more than that.
It might be. I mean, that was
a deal.
Yeah. Man.
Okay, apparently Dan Kuntz has dropped his suggestions out there for how to make that Neo Geo.
Right, he was the one that kind of figured it out, I think.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Oh, was that Neo Geo not available anymore, or at least temporarily?
It wouldn't surprise me if it was harder to find now, or if it was, because I think it's just one person making them.
Uh huh.
I don't know how to get.
I mean, I believe it's coming from China. I don't know much about the Neo Geo hardware supply in China, but as far as I know, it's real Neo Geo parts. What capture card are you using? Coury is using a Hex HD Cap 60L by StarTech. It's good because it's kind of tolerant of a lot of weird signals. You know what I discovered yesterday? That the Magewell card will actually take the 3X. I can't see it on my TV, but the Magewell card will take the 3X 480i mode, which is like, I don't even know what that is. Like, what's 3X 480i? I mean, so it's like it's an interlaced output mode. Like it's not a Bob mode. So it's outputting a line tripled 480. I mean, like, what is that? Like, I think it's like 1440i or something like that. like really strange resolution. So I don't even know like what would be expected to detect that, and like, but my capture card takes it and it looks pretty awesome. But I think that my capture card is doing a deinterlace on it. So I really want to know. I actually plugged the OSSC into the Xbox One to see if it would take that, and it wouldn't. Because I just want to see like what that would look like on my TV, you know?
Right. Sorry, I'm just
because if it was like deinterlaced well, then that would be like, you know, maybe kind of an ultimate way to play 480i games.
It's like quite the difficulty spike here. I'm dead. Whew. Like it's pretty easy, and then suddenly, as soon as I said something about it. Can you look up, see how long this game is?
Sure.
I mean, how long to beat said an hour. I'm just gonna cut myself.
Yeah, well, how long to beat is so unreliable for retro games.
Yeah.
Because you don't know, like, if people are using save states or what. You know, they're except for like the end of the episode when I go into Xbox One backwards compatibility, there's going to be a dearth of original Xbox content, like during the OSSC segments and stuff in this episode.
But didn't your original Xbox die?
It's dead. Like, I think it's dead. Like, it might just be a power supply issue. Like, if I hold the power button or the eject button, like, I hear, like, it sounds like the fan is trying to start. It's almost like a very quiet car trying to start. It's like, if I hold the button, and then when I let go of the button, it, like, stops trying. So I guess the power supply is dead, but I don't even know, like, how you fix that, if it's worth fixing, or if I should just get an Xbox for 20 or 30 bucks. Like, I don't know.
Right. I guess the only downside is that it wasn't your Xbox was hacked, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's really easy to do again if I need to. I mean, I didn't have any hugely important saves on it, I guess. Anyone check if you hear a relay click? I'm not hearing a click. It's just a very faint, you know, sounds like a little, you know, the ignition trying to go. Just like it sounds like a fan is trying to start. B-File CD. No, Drum and I got to the last level, but we didn't finish it. It's pretty hard. Oh, bummer. That Neo Geo, I guess, is gone now. Oh well. I mean, maybe I'll consider another possibility someday. You know, it's certainly not a critical system for me, but
oh, jeez, come on.
I am, if I could get my hands on just like
it's like it got really hard, this game, and the level is really long, and you have to do it all over again. I thought it was not gonna be too hard, but
anybody know anything about those Pound Technology HDMI cables for Xbox and Dreamcast?
A lot of people talking about those. Well, yeah, those are the people have been talking about them a lot lately.
I mean, it's just sampling the analog signal, I assume.
Right. It's my understanding that they're not that great, but I mean, I know there's a lot of people want us to check them out. Jeez, come
I'm like so oblivious to everything that's been going on. Like, I mean, I'm normally kind of oblivious anyway since I haven't been checking Twitter a lot. But like with the Japan trip and working on this episode, like I am like super oblivious to just everything right now.
Yeah, I understand.
You think about trying out the Crix Genesis controller? I
really want to get one.
Yeah, Duke, the 8-bit Duke did a good review of the Crix controller. I kind of want one too because like my Genesis is just like my Genesis controller extenders just basically don't even work anymore. Like they were always pretty flaky, but my Genesis is like I can reach it to my seat, but it's kind of an uncomfortable reach. So I'd kind of like to get one.
Oh, jeez.
I have a 4K OLED TV, and I see incredibly more jail bars than I did before on my Genesis. That's definitely true. I think. Are you using the OSSC? Because I was thinking about whether I should add a line like that to the episode actually, because like the one thing with OSSC is like it is so much clearer and cleaner than the FrameMeister in every way, but you're like under even more pressure, I think, to like feed it a good signal. Because it will make jail bars more visible than the FrameMeister. Like I can see them quite apparently on my Genesis now, whereas they were, close to invisible through the FrameMeister. Because I mean, it's just
Christ.
it.
I've made it. Sorry.
It's just hiding those flaws much less. It's giving you more of the raw signal almost.
Please don't send me to the previous level.
Oh, did you die?
It sends. Whew. It does. It sends you back.
Oh no.
It's okay.
I keep getting distracted and not looking up how long this game is. Oh, there's a Game Boy version. There are 2 facts. Do you want to get your info from B. Nilsson or Seraph Zero?
Seraph Zero.
All right. See what Seraph Zero knows.
I think the key is just gonna be, take it real slow. It's such tight quarters that you can't do anything.
It looks like
This is the hardest level in the game. Hopefully.
it looks like there are 10 levels, like of two levels per world.
Oh wow.
So
that's
so
pretty
10 levels total, 5 worlds. So if you're on 2-2, you're on 4 out of 10 levels.
Oh.
That's not so bad, right?
Do I want the extra life or do I want... I'm gonna buy the extra life, see if that helps. I wish you could buy all 3.
Oh, actually 5-2 appears to be only the boss, I think. Oh, there are, okay, so there's like a few levels where there's like there's a 3-3, there's a 2-3. but like the third level is just a boss. So there's a boss at the end of World 2 and 3. Okay, there's a boss at the end of every world except for one. So there's actually not a 5-2 level.
Okay.
Like, the boss is 5-2. So it's more like 9 levels plus bosses. So that's not that bad. You're on to 4. Man, I was playing. I'm curious about the differences in the versions for this because I was playing Yo Noid yesterday to record some footage. That game's kind of hard.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
It's harder than I expected just from like tasting the first level. Because like there's this really stupid mini game that takes like forever. At least between the first and second levels. I don't know if there's other, although I think it's how you get extra level or extra lives and continues. Like the second, like every level, if you die, it sends you all the way back to the start of the level, and appears to only be 3 continues. So I am concerned. I'm wondering if the Japanese version is less brutal.
Oh, please! I hope I get to start there. Okay. Oh, well, that's good. So if you buy extra life, you just respawn.
Oh, okay. Are there any sub weapons that you can buy?
No, there is like well, you can enhance your weapon.
Lawn.
Well, you start out with tomatoes at the beginning.
Oh, that's right. You've got like a fire rod.
Right.
Like, I wonder if is that something from the movie?
I don't know. Of course, like the bosses take a ton of hits. Oh, I got him. Oh, I got a paper clip.
Oh. You can do all kinds of things with paper clips.
Oh, yeah, it has a lot more range.
That's a pretty great shot of him with.
Well, hopefully, this means there's good things to come here. Oh, I got a power up.
I mean, you're on 3-1 now, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I feel like you're moving along pretty well. Some of those platform jumps didn't look like you should have made it.
Yeah. Ooh. Ah! All right. So the P is for powers up your weapon. But I'm gonna get the extended the hearts instead. That doesn't really matter.
It looks like it's in a thermos.
Well, it is. It is. Oh, I guess I can't touch that thing.
Poker Press is thinking this is based on the overhead segments in Blaster Master, but better than Fester's Quest. Do you think it is based on that, or?
It's probably inspired for sure. I mean, I feel like the spikes are directly out of it.
Yeah, I mean, I know that Fester's Quest is like the same engine. I don't know if this would be. I mean, this is a much later game, I think.
Yes, this is 1990.
I've never played Fester's Quest. I've always had a how bad could it be sort of mentality toward it.
Oh, come on. Well, from what I understand, it really is a pretty bad game. From what I've heard, Fester's Quest, I mean, that was, you know, one of the early AVGN episodes, I think, that was really popular.
Mm.
I know we are less than 2,000 subscribers away from 100,000. I mean, it's pretty major.
Wow. Wait. To what?
Less than 2,000 subscribers
Oh,
away.
2,000. First thing I thought you said 200. I'm like, what? Yeah, wow. We're at 98,006.
Whereas, you know, this old console says we're dangerously close.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, whew, who knows what'll happen when we reach that?
And we'll probably just continue on exactly as we have been, really.
Well,
Oh.
although there's always that like secret hope that, you know, well, maybe when you hit like 100, the YouTube algorithm does something special.
Oh, maybe.
You know? Like the YouTube algorithm is like the new like you know, video game rumors that you talk about on the playground.
I don't know. It does seem like a lot of people who reach 100,000, it starts moving a lot quicker for them.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I think we're going to try to be in a position to be doing more frequent. We're going to try to improve our I think workflow and efficiency.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, I mean, you know, that might kind of time out to where that'll help our growth, you know, beyond 100.
Yes. But I mean, we have been saying that. Oh. Oh well. I have heard of Rebel Taxi. Apparently he is a fan of our show and has like commented on a lot of stuff, but I have not actually seen much of the show.
I see someone shouting pan pizza, which
Yeah, which is
I don't know what is that someone's name?
that's Rebel Taxi.
Oh, okay. I am a big fan of pan pizza, the food.
Yeah.
Is probably my favorite pizza. Like deep dish pizza. Mm.
Oh, I used a clip of us in our stuff. I guess that would make sense. We saw like a little bit of a increase in comments and stuff today. Mainly just like stuff saying mean things about us. But I guess that would explain. Is it something, because I saw him comment about some Incredibles game, like he was using like a GameCube or a Wii for it.
Have we played PUBG? No. I mean, I have zero interest in like competitive. I mean, I guess it's like team-based or whatever. I think I don't know.
Oh no,
Well,
that's
actually,
like
no, not PUBG. But yeah, I mean, I just have like no interest in like, you know, playing multiplayer shooters like anymore. Apart from, I mean, I haven't really since like Perfect Dark, or maybe Time Splitters, but like all I would ever really be interested in is just like, you know, co-op with a friend and something. You know, nothing large scale. Like, you know, every once in a while, I'll, you know, get a bit into a multiplayer game like Mario Kart or, you know, maybe a little Smash, but, I mean, I won't be good at it.
come on.
And, oh man, you're wrecking this guy from the corner.
No, I got him. I don't know how that happened, but I got him. Ooh, I got a paper clip and pencil and rubber band. So
Wow. But yeah, like I like cooperative stuff, but competitive stuff I just don't have a lot of interest in anymore.
yeah, co-op's fun. Not so much.
I mean, I would like to. I mean, lately it's been like couch co-op that you know, on stream nights that has kind of been my big multiplayer thing.
Yeah.
Which is cool because like I didn't, you know, years ago I would have never expected that to like make a big comeback for me. But like my participation even in just like normal online co-op has like dramatically gone down this generation.
Yeah.
You know, just because this has been like when we've been trying to, you know, build the channel. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
We've spent so much time on that it's just a hard. That sort of thing just feels like a hard thing to justify the time for sometimes. You know, although I would like to get back to that. You know, I'm going to I think in the coming months try to you know, really commit to more of a schedule and more structured lifestyle, because I've, you know, just been trying to like work all the time, or like I think a big thing that you've talked about is like we're always like working so hard on an episode, and then when you're done with it, it's like, oh, I need a break.
Right.
Well, like we need to like get in a place where it's like we don't feel like we're just like beat and exhausted and need a break after every episode. Like, it just needs to be this regular daily thing you work on, but you also, you know, at some point in the day you're done and you know.
Well, that's the hope, yeah.
You relax and do your thing. Yeah, I mean that.
As long as we don't have jet lag, because I mean, I would have liked to have been like that this week, but nope.
Oh yeah, Jimmy, I want to play Doom, the new Doom, really bad. I've got the PS4 version. I've played like probably like 30 minutes of it, recording footage for this 4K episode, and it is super good. Like, normally I don't like feel that strongly about a game after like playing such a short amount of it, but it just like starts off feeling so right. Like the movement speed is like exactly right for Doom, which is pretty amusing actually, in sort of a modern game, but it feels so good and so right. The only thing they needed to do to make it even more perfect would be no vertical aiming.
Jeez.
I also really liked the bit I played of Wolfenstein 2 for the episode. It starts off really strong too.
I still gotta play the first one.
I You know, I really hate the vast majority of HDR games I have to show are in the episode are. I mean, not that I can even present in HDR, but when I'm talking about HDR, I need to be shooting off my screen while it's running in HDR, even though it's not going to convey exactly in the episode. But I really hate that I've only got 3 Xbox One games that I can show in HDR, and 2 of them have kind of crappy HDR, and one of them has super good HDR, which is Rise of the Tomb Raider. I really like how the HDR looks in it. But I've also got Recore, which the HDR is okay in that. I mean, the game isn't much of a looker anyway. It kind of feels like a early PS3 game that was planned as a PS2 game. Which is nothing wrong with that, you know. I can.
Isn't it Concept? Did that one?
Concept is responsible, I think, for like the scenario, but it's actually developed by Armature, which is like founded by former Metroid Prime people.
Oh.
I mean, it's pretty obvious that it's a relatively low budget game for, you know, the type of game it is. But it seems interesting and solid, but the HDR isn't that good. And LA Noir. You know, I actually kind of regret not getting the Switch version of that instead. I got it on Xbox One.
Really? I mean, the Switch is like half download. It has.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe I don't regret. It's just that, like, I felt like the Switch one would be at least comparable to the original version, and like, I don't know. I feel like the look doesn't hold up as well as I expected in 4K, and the HDR is pretty dang weak.
Jeez.
Yeah, so Rise of the Tomb Raider is like really the only good-looking HDR game I have for Xbox One. So when I show all of this HDR stuff, it's going to be PS4, PS4, PS4. Like the majority of the games are like PS4 exclusives too. So I'm worried people are going to think I'm not like giving a fair shake to the Xbox One stuff. But I mean, I just don't have as much to show.
Right.
I've like actually got on my shelf, like I've got all of the HDR games like pulled out a bit, so that like I can like just jump between them quickly. That's the part of the video that I've left that I'm least excited to do, because I'm just going to be so limited in the games that I can show. Like I'm kind of planning to attack that segment just like a game at a time. Like I'm gonna be like, okay, for this segment, we're going to use a bunch of clips from, you know, Rise of the Tomb Raider or Shadow of the Colossus or Ratchet and Clank or whatever. The HDR in Ratchet and Clank actually looks really good, which I wasn't really expecting it to. Like, definitely. I mean, let me look at it. Actually, probably the weakest HDR I would say is the Infamous games. Like, for some reason, it just looks dark in those games. Like it just feels like there's like a lot of like black crush in it.
Really?
In HDR for some reason, yeah. And Infamous, I don't know why. But overall, I feel like those games, like Infamous, Second Son, and First Light, like they hold up like really well. Like, you know, even though they were like really early PS4 games, like they're still really good looking games. Horizon Zero Dawn looks kind of amazing. Shadow of the Colossus looks great, but like part of me almost wonders if the HDR like kind of goes against the artistic intent. Because like you can see a lot more detail in the white areas and the what would be, you know, just blown out white, and I've always felt that's like part of the aesthetic of those games is that blown out white. But you can see.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's definitely part of the intended look.
Yeah, I want to try more Resident Evil 7 in HDR.
I still gotta get that, man. The gold edition of that was really cheap a little while ago, and I regret not getting it. Come on.
Isn't everything on disc except for the Chris DLC?
Yes. Yeah.
See, I really want to get it because I feel like it's worth it just for the Zoe DLC, because that is not free. For some reason, I thought all the DLC was free, which was, I guess, a stupid thing to think. But Chris is free, so it's less bad that it's not available on disc.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't. It's stupid that I haven't played the game yet. I mean, I can't even think of a time where I've ever waited this long to play a Resident Evil game. Never. The nice thing about this bow and arrow is you can really shoot it fast.
I always think it's really weird to think that Insomniac is making the Spider-Man game, because that like I think a lot of people keep getting confused too. Like, I keep thinking it's Sucker Punch, because like it looks more. You would think that would be a Sucker Punch game just because it's like this open world super.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, it's always seemed really strange to me that it's Insomniac.
So which way should I go? Should I go left or right? Or up or right? I'm gonna go... Okay, this is the way I need to go. Because I need...
Resident Evil on Game Boy Color? I assume you're referring to Resident Evil Gaiden, which, yes, I have that. I have beaten it, and it's actually kind of amazing. I feel like that game does not get the love that it should get.
Resident Evil Gaiden?
Resident Evil Gaiden. Oh man, that's an amazing spread shot there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Resident Evil Gaiden's like, it's really legitimately super good. I feel like I always like never heard anyone say anything good about it, but it's great. I Hate You says, I'm not a big fan of Resident Evil 7. I lost interest about 2 hours in. I hate games where they always chase you and you hide. I don't think the game is like that for like a majority of the game, I would say. Actually, the thing that, like there's certain areas during certain phases of the game where there will be sort of a lot of that, but it's not like a persistent thing through the whole game by any means. Actually, what I love most about Resident Evil 7 is just how much more it feels like a proper Resident Evil game than I expected. Like it's not afraid to do some of like the cliche, goofy things that Resident Evil will do, and I thought it was going to try to take a much more serious tone, and in some ways maybe it kind of does, but it, despite not having a lot of connections to the earlier games, it still very much feels like a Resident Evil game, and I really like it. I was quite impressed.
I did see someone mentioned that the limited run is selling Night Trap on the Switch, and yep, you can pre-order it there. Our interview is on it, and also we do have some extra Blu-rays available on our website.
Yep. Yeah, we got a few extras to sell from the initial batch, and we've still got. I mean, it's a fair few, but not a lot.
Right.
I mean, they don't sell too often, so they'll probably still be around for a while. But But yeah.
Ugh. Holy mackerel, come on. It's difficult, man. It's like the levels are pretty long.
But at least it doesn't sound like there's too many of them. You're on, what are you on? 3-2?
4-2.
4-2. Oh, wow. So, like, you've only got, like, one more full level after this, then.
Well, we'll see. Just gotta take my time. It's easy to get caught up in trying to rush, I guess.
What time do you gotta get up tomorrow to fly?
Oh, not late at all, or not early at all. I mean, I don't have to leave my house until. I don't understand. Why did it send me back there? I touched the ground.
I'm jealous because I'm probably gonna have to wake up at like 4.
Yeah, you gotta get up pretty early.
I'm playing on Thursday.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the only way we could do it, really, because we waited so long to get your.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do this again.
Whew, you went down to that end for a second.
I know. I didn't mean to. I thought about it though.
That's scary. But I mean, there are passwords, so I guess it's not a huge deal. If you gentlemen enjoy Gremlins 2, then you should try Galactic Revenge on Master System. It's an homage to this game and excellent homebrew. Interesting.
Galactic Revenge? Oh, come on.
I guess it's a homebrew game.
Falling apart.
Wonder if I'll manage to make any progress in Lost Sphere on the trip.
I don't know. I started Ease 8 on the Switch yesterday. Just kind of, just
get a feel for it.
Yeah, because I wanted to, bring it on the trip, and it's awesome to replay it. It was one of my favorite games I played last year, and.
You were saying you feel like it holds up well on the gamepad, but not so much on the TV.
Yeah, you can really notice that 30 frames per second.
Yeah. I feel like on a smaller screen, like, because the pixels are so close together, like, 30 frames is less noticeable. I mean, I haven't played Ease 8 on the Switch, but I find that in a lot of games, like, it's just like, oh, I don't notice that the frame rate is lower so much in a portable format.
Right. It's absolutely true, especially in the case of that. Cannot get it together here. In this. I wish I could buy all 3 things if I had the money for it.
CB. I wonder what CBs are.
I don't know. Something like cue balls, maybe. That's what these are. Maybe they're cue balls. I mean.
Oh, we got £2 from Adam Wilding. Here's a small donation from me. Keep up the work. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's tough. So I wonder if I get the. Will you look at on the last boss if you get to start at the last boss?
I mean, I'm guessing no, but it's only one world, and or one level in World 5. It's 5-1.
Falling apart. I was doing so good on this level before. And now... cannot seem to keep it together.
Did Game Dave stream tonight?
I think he did. I mean, he said he was starting a little bit later tonight than normal.
Ah.
But I don't know if he was streaming.
Have you had a chance to catch his weekday stream?
No, I meant to the other day, though. I know, it's like... good intentions, but...
Yeah, like I say, I'm usually semi-oblivious to everything that's going on, but like especially this past week.
Jeez. What do I even do here? Like, what are you even supposed to do here? Where am I going?
Ah, Ray Kamin says, I was part of the team who designed the cover for the game. The programmer, Enrique Ruiz, did a fantastic job. Definitely try on EverDriver emulator.
I will.
Dave streamed at 8:30 today. So we may have overlapped
right
a bit.
All right. I just gotta take it slow. So he streamed at 8:30. Is he still streaming now?
Oh no. I'm looking 2 hours ago. It says let's go to paradise on Game Day Live.
Oh, is the are the shirts showing up under the stream, or they show up on the videos? Because you know YouTube.
Oh, Dave is live right now.
Ah.
I think he might be playing Burnout Paradise.
Ah,
He's got some green screen action going on there.
Yeah.
But that means he can't wear green shirts. I don't know how I feel about that. So yeah, Dave is going right now. He's got 109 viewers. It's
yeah, well, he's releasing controversial videos now.
Yeah, I didn't have a chance to watch the whole thing because I didn't even know that he had released that video.
Yeah.
And when I heard that it was like getting like a ton of views, I watched the first few minutes, but then I had to run. So what's the conclusion in that video, and why is it controversial?
Well, the whole thing is is the new version. Is the original version that was released.
Yeah.
And externally it is not. Except for like the power adapter is like different shaped.
So it's not. Is it USB or not?
Yeah. I mean, it's exactly the same.
Okay.
It's just the shape of the plug is like slightly different.
And I noticed that the Nintendo seal quality is at a different spot. So why was the video controversial?
Just because people thought it was like a waste.
But it got a lot of views apparently.
A ton of views. Yeah. That's a mean move, man. I just want to see if this is the end. Is this the end? This is the end. Okay, I cannot take a single hit during this boss. Here we go. Gremlin's got a machine gun. Oh, he's going fast.
At least you've got more range than he does.
Exactly. Ah! I felt like I had a chance there.
It doesn't seem that hard.
It doesn't seem that hard. So if I can get there with more than one hit, I might have a fighting chance. I got my heart beating because I was like, am I gonna do it?
It really looked like you were. Like you had a good groove.
Come on. The thing is for some like I cannot seem to get. I'm gonna fall. The conveyor belts just like mess up my timing.
I mean that's why they exist, isn't it?
Yeah. The bosses take a lot of hits. I probably wasn't all that close. But it would be really easy if I got there and I had like the spread shot.
Yeah.
That's the worst, is when these things come down and knock you into the pit as well as hitting you. And it's beyond frustrating. I'm just gonna kill myself. People are calling you out for not tweeting in a long time from your personal account.
Yeah, I mean maybe one day. I just like kind of like naturally drifted away from it. I mean I'd kind of like to go back, but I just
oh my gosh,
there's just like so much I was trying to focus on. Like I think I was just like really focused on episode at the time. Like I think maybe it was the PS2 episode, and like I was just trying so hard to focus on it, and I just like kind of broke the Twitter checking habit. And then it was kind of, in some ways, it was kind of like, oh, it's also kind of nice.
Yeah. I don't post for my personal one very much either.
I mean, maybe one day. I mean, the worst thing is that I feel like I've really fallen out of touch with a lot of people, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel bad about that, but I also feel like there's just like so many distractions right now that it doesn't feel justifiable to reintroduce what is fundamentally just a distraction.
Right.
Back in my life.
No, I think it's ultimately a good thing. I mean, I've stopped checking my personal one a ton too.
I've kind of thought we should put something else on our graphics, like on our name graphics, other than our Twitter account, since we don't use our personals very much.
Yeah, it's a good idea actually.
I don't know what we would put though.
I don't know. It could be something different every time.
It could be.
All right, I'm going for the power up this time because I got here with almost full health.
Ooh. Well, you don't need a lot of hits, so for the boss. Were there any comments on let's see, have you done an episode? Did you release an episode with the new graphics that you came up with? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one? What did EverDrives have it?
Yes.
Okay. Were there any comments about it? I don't remember seeing it.
There wasn't, but I mean they're very similar to what we had before. It's just...
They're similar, but they animate in different.
Yeah.
And ultimately, I think I think maybe we could come up with some ways to optimize them even further. But like overall, I feel like they're just.
Oh, come on! I thought I had a balloon left. Well,
oh.
I know.
It's okay.
I mean,
It's okay. This boss ain't gonna hit you. Just don't get greedy. Shoot only when there's plenty of distance.
No. It's okay. I fell apart in that last little section, but I can do it. It's only happened because I thought I had a balloon. Still. I think I did better without.
Did better without a balloon?
No, not without a balloon, but without the spread shot.
Oh, okay.
It's
So
easier to get there though without the spread shot.
You mean it's easier to get there with the spread shot?
Yes, yeah, that's you're right.
I mean, so there could be an argument for that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think how you approach the boss necessarily has to be all that different with the spread shot or without.
Is that what people want from our channel? It's just for us to stream Fortnite?
Have we played Call of Duty? I don't think I've played any Call of Duty yet. I don't think I have. I mean, not that I'm necessarily like opposed. Like I wouldn't have any interest in the multiplayer.
I played 4. Come on. I feel like it's like lagging. Maybe I should switch my controller. So I'm gonna blame it on the controller now.
I've played like the original Medal of Honor on PS1, and I played what was the Medal of Honor game on Wii called? There was like this Medal of Honor game on Wii that what was it called, like Heroes or Heroes 2 or something like that.
What?
But it was like kind of considered like the first...
That makes no sense. Like I'm spawning on top of the spikes, the spinning spikes.
It was kind of considered like the first first-person shooter on Wii to kind of get the feel of the controls right.
The Call of Duty? Call of Duty?
No, Medal of Honor.
Oh, okay.
I,
My diagonals
I
are just not very good here.
like back. I don't even. Is Medal of Honor even around anymore?
I am gonna,
I
you
don't
know,
think-
I can't get it to stay in diagonals. Like if I move diagonals, like hard for it to stay.
I mean, maybe it's an 8-bit Dodo issue.
I'm not using it. I'm using a real
Uh-huh.
a real wired controller. Just gotta lure him out, I guess.
Yeah, thinking of Medal of Honor on PlayStation though, I mean, it kind of makes me think like, what even is considered like the best first-person shooter on PlayStation? Because it's definitely not a system that you associate
Right.
with first-person shooters.
I have no idea.
I can't even think of any off the top of my head apart from that Medal of Honor game.
I think Medal of Honor probably is considered, at least one of the games in that series is considered the best for the PS1. But not like it's tough. I mean, I guess at the time there was not a lot of...
for all the kiddie system, you know, stigma that N64 got back in the day. Like, if you liked first person shooters on console, like that was where it was at. I mean, that was where you were getting, you know, 4-player local multiplayer action and stuff.
Yeah.
Mellow Gaming says Doom PS1 is great.
Yeah, it is. I should play that some stream because I have it.
That's the one where the black label version's really rare, right?
Right. But I somehow managed to find it for $20, as much as a greatest hits copy at MagFest.
But you sold it, right?
But I did sell it, yes.
But you've got green label.
Right.
See, I can't own that game unless I lucked into a.
Come on. This is so stupid. Like I was there.
That spinning ball, like.
The hitbox is like all weird.
Yeah, it is not proper.
I was doing just fine.
Pedro Cortez says, "Is that Joe from GameSack?" I assume referencing the skip. Jimmy Hoffa says, "I think we all know the Japanese PS1 launch game Crime Crackers from Wild Arms creators Media Vision is the best FPS on the system." And then he says, "Actually, no, it's awful."
I would like to play it though sometime.
Too bad there's probably no console version of Chex Quest. I would totally buy that.
Was that something you were into?
I don't know if I would say into, but I mean, I played it and enjoyed it. I don't think I ever finished it. I just liked kind of the absurdity of the whole thing.
All right.
You know what I thought looked amazing was, you know, John Linneman did a video on Power Slave.
Right. That's an expensive game, but there was a really nice copy at Arcade Legacy here for $90, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the PS1 version is as expensive, but I mean, he made a really strong case for the Saturn version.
Yeah.
I thought it looked amazing. Like, I knew nothing about that game. I hadn't even heard of it until he said that he was working on an episode about it. I thought it looked amazing. You know, very strong Metroid Prime vibes, and just overall, like, it looked like it, you know, obviously I haven't played it, but it looks like it feels good.
All right. Is this going to be the time?
I'm feeling good about it. This is the time.
That's not, that's, I don't know.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. You got it.
He's more aggressive this time. Come on.
Just get him in a pattern. Don't be greedy. Just get him in a pattern.
I got him.
I was getting nervous.
I got some
I mean,
flame.
it felt like you should have him, but I felt like you were getting flustered.
I was. Oh, look at this. Look at this weapon.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. Oh, that looks great. I wonder what that looks like as an upgrade.
Doesn't have the same kind of range though.
Yeah, but probably overall more useful.
Yeah.
Says the last level of the game, so of course it has to be difficult. If you have a lot of balloons, you may want to just fall in a pit and use the balloon to travel across the level.
Well, I could understand that. How would anybody get here with a lot of balloons?
How do you get them? Are they just enemy drops, or?
Oh, so I had the upgraded weapon there. You can.
Oh, that was the upgrade.
Yeah.
That still looks decent.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand getting here, like, if you don't die ever before.
It's kind of a strange seeing out that window there. It was like a weird pointy tower.
Alright, well.
Oh, there's some balloon action.
Yeah. Well. So it doesn't say if I get to start at the boss, though. This is...
Not that I saw. I mean, it seems like it would be unlikely that it would.
Yeah, that's true.
I can see if B. Nilsson has any different information.
B. Nilsson?
B. Nilsson. He needs about 35 hits to die. The best time to hit him is when he's in the upper part of the screen. Fire at his head. You must be quite close to actually hit him.
That's like such a cheap move, but it sends you all the way back to do it again. That's dumb. Just so I can die.
I wonder if you would you didn't count as making contact with the floor there.
No, it does, but I think if you're on a conveyor belt, it doesn't spawn you. it spawns you on the last section of solid ground.
Oh, this other fact says this is the last level if you don't count the boss, and it really shows. It's very hard, and so is the last boss. So you need to complete this stage with a reasonable amount of health too. So that kind of indicates to me that
Right.
that you, as expected, you aren't going to continue the boss. You've got this. You've got this. I mean, I feel like you've got this far and not like a crazy amount of time, you know?
I do like this weapon though. It makes it much more bearable, I think.
Yeah. Well, you know, just be careful.
Jeez. I can't believe I didn't get hit there. Alright. So I'm gonna go for the extra life here.
Ah. And you keep, but well, you don't have an upgraded weapon. But I was gonna say if you did, like, I think you would, you keep it too, wouldn't you?
I don't know how that would work.
Is there any way to pick up any of those power-ups other than the shop?
No.
And there's only one shop per level.
Ah. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Last guy. Last boss. I'm here.
Got it.
It's okay. How many times do you need to be hit?
35.
Come on. I think I can get him though. I mean, I did okay there. Back at the start, but not
The level wasn't that bad.
until I just did that. Like fell down the very first pit. The level is not that hard. I would dare say that it was easier than the last level.
Oh, that's good.
Except for now I'm going to fall apart here.
How do you feel about the boss?
I feel like I can do it.
Of course you can.
No. I kind of figured out the secret to these things that I'm just going to... I need to get my focus back.
Those things that charge at you and become the 3 pellets? Yeah, you
Yeah.
just like jump over the shots.
Yeah, you can jump and that...
When they're charging at you.
Right. Come on. Like, what the heck? I didn't fall down there the entire time before.
Is Gremlin a predecessor to Furby? Furbies are like very clearly inspired
Yeah.
by the Gremlins. Are Furbies at all a thing still?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I want to say they were big, like when the N64. I think it was like when the N64 came out. It was like the Christmas season that Furbies were like this huge deal. Because for some reason I remember them overlapping with something that I actually really wanted, which I can't imagine what it could have been other than the N64. But I just remember, like, you know, the news broadcast were making a big deal about the Furby. And I'm like, who cares about that? Like, N64, man.
I feel like I only jump diagonal when I, like, don't want to. I can't forget that I can shoot those things that spread in the bullets too, to make them explode before I get close to them.
Oh, Aaron Welsh is saying that was Tickle Me Elmo. You're right. I don't remember when Furbies were then. You're right, it was Tickle Me Elmo, because I just remember seeing on the news, like, people rushing to get Tickle Me Elmo. I'm thinking, like, why aren't you rushing to get an N64?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, like, exactly.
I feel like the part where you can fall off is actually, like, a lot closer than it looks. Go for the hearts this time. Oh, they don't have
one up.
Only has a 1-up, so it doesn't even offer like a heart refill. That's okay.
Well, yeah, the 1-up's just as good, right?
Yeah, basically. In some cases, it might even be better. Until I fall down like that. And waste it.
Frank Strasser says even Teddy Ruxpin creeped me out. Now I was a big fan of Teddy Ruxpin as a youngin, and there's in Target like the aisle that I have to go down to get to the electronics section in Target has this there's like a toy shelf I pass that's like supposed to be like, I guess, toys from yesteryear, but they're like updated a bit. There's a Teddy Ruxpin there that, like, it's wrong. It's all wrong. It's all wrong. I've still got my original Teddy Ruxpin. Well, I'm not sure if it was my original or not. I think my original, I mean, I wore it out so much, I think it broke. It might actually be my cousin's, now that I think about it.
I can get him. I swear, I think I hit him about 20 times that time. I can do it. I'm not. I'm feeling. He doesn't look. He's not. He's not particular.
He doesn't look that.
What a waste that was. What a waste of my balloon.
Aaron Welsh says, "Try. You kind of sound like Teddy Ruxpin." do I really? It's been so long since I heard Teddy Ruxpin. Maybe I learned my speech patterns from him. This is not impossible. I was definitely pretty heavily invested in Teddy Ruxpin, like, you know, maybe from ages 4 to 6. I had the Teddy Ruxpin airship toy. which
The
I
Teddy
credit.
Ruxpin airship?
Teddy Ruxpin had a freaking airship, man. I think people who weren't into Teddy Ruxpin.
I had no idea. I never had one. So, but why did he have an airship?
Because he goes on freaking adventures. Okay.
Does he? I mean, I thought
Yeah,
I thought he
man.
just talked to you, and that's it.
No, like he's. I mean, where do you think his stories came from? I mean, the man has lived a full life.
Old Ted.
I mean, he's friends with Grubby the Octopede and Newton Gimmick the inventor.
What?
I mean, it's Newton Gimmick's airship that he flies around on and goes to all kinds of places. And I credit Teddy Ruxpin with my love of airships and any sort of, you know, game or other media. You know, I always, you know, really took a shine to the airships in Final Fantasy and such.
You think it's all because of Ted?
It's all because of Teddy Ruxpin.
Come on! This stupid arm is just like killed me from like ruined my entire run.
I don't have any memories of this per se, but my family always tells this story that like I would just like sit and listen to Teddy Ruxpin and just be like completely enthralled. And like if I moved him, I would like reach out at far arm's length and just like pick him up by his ears and move him because like I was like afraid to get like too close to him because he was real. Which, you know, it's kind of weird thinking about like how into Teddy Ruxpin I was because I didn't like animatronic things too much, really, come to think of it. Like amusement parks and stuff, like they kind of freaked me out. I don't know, maybe not. I think I'm mostly thinking of like, you know, like the animatronic type things where there's like a camera and someone is like actually controlling it. And they can like interact with you.
Mm-hmm. I guess.
You know what I'm talking about?
Sorta.
Well, like it was an animatronic thing, and they can like look at you and like, you know, I remember one time like making a goofy face at one, and like it actually like reacted and said like, you know, hey Ted, what are you making that goofy face for? And it like freaked me out because I was like not expecting it to actually be someone controlling it that like would like respond. I thought it was just like an automated, you know, Chuck E. Cheese type thing.
I feel like if I could get there with like full health, and I could get the powered up gun, it would make the last boss a lot easier.
But I mean, you're still doing well on the boss without.
Yeah, I mean, I think I kind of have him figured out.
Yeah, I am not worried about your chances. You got it.
Except for that, I'm sick of these conveyor belts.
Oh, hey, we got a next game Dave in here.
Oh, there he is. Here we go. I'm making it consistently though.
How was your stream, Dave? A lot of I poked my head in. You had over 100 viewers in there. Quite good.
The hitbox is so
Weird.
well. It's just like really small. I mean,
Yeah,
or really
you kinda
big.
gotta be inside.
I don't know how to get. If there's like another way to do that without doing it the way I was doing it.
I mean, it feels like you just gotta be in that big gap between the
His
legs to the
yeah.
sides. I mean, it doesn't seem that hard as long as you stay in there and don't get hit when he charges toward you. Like, you're pretty golden in there. I mean, you can hit him quickly.
Right. If I could just make it to him with more health, and then I'd be fine, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, you're doing okay on the level.
Spoke too soon. Just gotta take it slow.
Yeah. Someone made a video called Xbox One versus N64. What does that even mean?
So wait, someone made a video called that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Unless it's like comparing Rare Replay, which would be interesting, but it's still kind of a funny thing to think about.
I'm just gonna skip that guy. It's not worth it.
Oh, did you screen? Oh, I thought you screen scrolled him.
I did. I mean, I just went.
You went past him, but I thought like when he went off to the right, I thought.
Oh,
I
you thought he
was just
disappeared.
gone. Yeah.
I wasted the life, but I'm going into it with full health. Would have been nice to have full health plus.
Plus. Oh man, I feel like you're tearing him up.
I feel like I might be too.
This is it. Oh, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
Come on. Ugh. I'm not gonna get him.
No, you're going to get him.
I got him.
Get him.
Unless he has like another form. Please don't have another form. Ah, he doesn't have another form.
Oh, catching fire. That's pretty crazy, actually. Wow, that's actually quite an elaborate scene for NES there with all those gremlins.
He's got his phone. I haven't seen this movie in a very long time, so I can't even tell you anything that happens in this movie.
Yeah, I've just seen scenes from Gremlins too.
Does this make you want it a little bit?
Oh, I mean, I definitely. Oh, you mean the game or?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I
game.
mean, I definitely kind of it's always been like a kind of want game. What I mean, what is your favorite 8 or 16-bit game based on a movie? I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. I'm sure I am forgetting some really obvious stuff.
Yeah, me too. I'd have to look at my list. I mean, Ghostbusters isn't technically based off of a specific movie.
No, you're talking about Genesis Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got.
No, I mean Ghostbusters 2 is based on the Ghostbusters 2 movie. Which that is definitely like the Howl one.
Yeah.
You know, a game I've always wanted to play more of is Willow for the NES.
Yeah, I've heard it's very good.
It, like, my cousin had it back in the day, and I was always kind of like, I wasn't into games like that at the time, but I was always kind of intrigued by it. Like I've played a bit of it and never really figured out where to go, but it just, I don't know, something about it has always struck my curiosity. There's this thing it does, like when enemies, like you just kind of run through a bunch of like grassy fields, but like the grass like waves in the wind when there's enemies on screen, and as a kid I thought that was really interesting.
I'll go find something else to play, just for like a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Since we got a few more minutes.
Little quick something. I've just got a, just got a PS4 sitting over here. I had a harder time. What was it? It was so complicated. I was making a comparison of something. Oh yeah, that's right. I was trying to make a comparison. I did make a comparison. Of God of War on PS4 versus PS4 Pro, and I had a hard time because for some reason I thought you could move a hard drive, because I've got God of War installed on my external hard drive for my PS4. I thought you could move a hard drive from system to system, but it seems that you can't. Maybe I'm thinking Xbox One, because I think the Xbox One does let you. I mean, I don't have another system to test it on, but I think you can, on Xbox One, take an external hard drive and move it from system to system. So I wasted a lot of time trying to figure out why my install wouldn't move to the other system. But I don't know why I wasted time doing that when I could just put in the disc. I just did a comparison at the title screen anyway. Well, not the title screen, technically. Do I play Yakuza at all? I wish I did. It's a series that I am curious about, but also kind of intimidated, just because it's very story-driven and there's so many of them. I keep saying I kind of want to start with Zero, but I don't know if I've seen a deal on it yet that I wanted to spring for. Because Zero just strikes me as like something I'd be into, just because it like takes place in the 80s, and I like stuff that takes place in the 80s, and it's, a prequel and all that. It seems like a good starting point. But yeah, I definitely would like to. I played a little bit of a demo for one of them, and I wasn't super into it, but I'm sure the context of the full games is different.
Play some P.O.W. I think I recorded a little footage of this for you.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
This is NES?
Yeah.
And I don't know anything about this game. I like how far you kick those guys.
I know, that's my favorite part. like their kind of falling animation and stuff.
Oh, you've got a knife now, or you just threw it? I'm really proud of this quick shot that I got in Bare Knuckle 3 in the video.
Uh-huh.
Like I'm playing Blaze. There's like this guy behind me grabs her, and there's two guys in front of me, and I don't know exactly what buttons I pushed to make this work, but I did this move where she's grabbed and she just like raises up her legs and kicks one of the guys in front of her, and then like grabs the guy that grabbed her and throws him into the other guy. And it's like a perfect like movie choreography moment. It was awesome.
I should have bought that game. I think I'll get that next time. Next time we're
in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have bought that game when you bought kind of an embarrassing amount of games to begin with. I mean,
Yeah.
we both did.
Yeah.
We both did.
I remember thinking this game was really hard, but I think it has unlimited continues based on the title screen.
Oh, really?
I
I
think,
mean, there are games with limited continues that don't broadcast how limited they might be.
but it says continue like the second you boot up the game.
Ah, okay. Is there co-op in this?
No, but I just saw someone say that there's a co-op hack for it. The arcade version has co-op.
Were there any other home versions?
I don't think so. I really like the arcade game is one that I want to get a PCB of.
Mm-hmm.
Not exactly like the greatest game ever, but I definitely there's something about it that I really have always really liked.
I can see the appeal. I am kind of intrigued here. Who made it?
SNK.
I mean, it does look kind of fun. I'm kind of feeling it. If it had co-op, I'd like go out and buy.
But there's a hack for it.
Yeah, but it'd be more appealing if it was a native part of the game, I guess.
But I remember it being really hard. But it doesn't seem to be super hard yet, I guess. Maybe it's just because the levels are kind of long and you only have one life. They try to duck under the bullets. I don't think it helps. The jump kick looks kind of funny. What?
Oh no, it does. It does look funny.
It's gotta be the boss.
Yeah, I was at Drum's house today getting some footage for the 4K episode. He was playing Valis 1, of course, on his emulator setup. He was playing Valis 1, the Turbo CD version. And I thought it looked really good. Like it looked. I mean, the only Valis game I've played is Valis 3 on Genesis. It looked a heck of a lot better than that.
Oh,
It looked really fun, but I think the actual CD is like a little expensive, like in the $60 range. Do you think you can kick that helicopter to death?
No, I gotta kill these guys and pick up their grenades and throw them. I think on my rentals as a kid, I don't think I ever made it past the next level. Oh, let's see. Oh, is he just gonna jump right off? Yeah, why not? He's just gonna... Look at that.
That was a terrible attempt at the Contra.
See, I don't think I ever made it past this level. Ooh, I'm back on the back of this truck. And started... The truck half started to move. I don't know what the different power-ups stand for. I should really make a serious attempt at trying to beat this, though. This is one that is on the Game Player's game tapes. That I've seen the whole game played that way. There's the brass knuckles.
P.O.W. I'm going to look it up right now. Let's see how...
It's not an expensive game. This was $8 at half-price books.
Looks like there's 6 levels. Although for some reason level 5 is like a very limited ride-up in comparison.
Oh, jeez. These motorcycle guys just took off half my health. Gremlins was not easy.
But you know, you beat it relatively quickly.
Yeah. It always feels good to beat an NES game.
Oh yeah.
It's one of my favorite things is to beat an NES game on stream.
And the thing, you didn't own any NES games, like, or not very many until like not that long ago, right?
Yeah. Yeah, well,
like
I mean, like
you had like very little interest in NES
for a long time. Yeah, it's true. And I mean, the amount of games I have for it now is still comparatively like small compared to what I have.
It's a small collection. Although, like you've, I think, kind of taken to getting a lot of the commons.
Yeah.
That, you know, some of those I haven't really delved into much.
Oh. Of course there's gotta be fireballs. Nice looking background there. I mean, just like the...
Oh, look at that crane is...
Yeah, it's pretty detailed.
Pretty impressive. What year did this come out in anyway?
Play Shadow Game. I don't know if we're gonna be on Sunday. We're like, I don't think we're gonna have a stream next week, are we?
I guess not. Where are we going to be?
We'll be in San Francisco still.
Yeah, we probably can't really come up with a realistic way to stream.
I mean, unless I got one of those portable docks of for the Switch, we could play switch that way.
I mean, I've got an extra dock if I don't.
But I mean, they have those little ones that are you just like plug into the bottom. I've heard those. Some of those have said they brick your system though.
I did see something about something like that. Yeah.
Can you tell me what the different power-ups are? I know what brass knuckles are, but I don't know what the A stands for. We are not going to Sega. It would be really cool if we were.
Oh, is Sega in San Francisco?
They used to be. I'm not sure if they still are. Jeez. No, this is actually not for something new. This is to supplement something we've already been working on.
Actually, sort of for several projects that are in the works. Actually, things we are doing on this trip actually kind of support some of 3 of the major projects that we've kind of not really announced.
Right.
But that we already have material for. Oh, okay. Power-ups. Here are a list of the power-ups and what they do. A. Armor helps you take damage without getting hurt as much, and bullets bounce off you.
Oh.
L. Life gives you more health. And brass knuckles makes your punches more powerful. And that's it.
So if you don't have the armor, it's almost not worth continuing.
I can definitely see how there's almost Russian attack-esque.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
To this.
I wish I could kick those guys off of their motorcycles. Hang with the giant bomb guys for Professional Fridays. I mean, that'd be awesome. But I mean, I think that there's little to no chance of that happening. I mean, of course we'd jump at any opportunity to do something like that.
Do you think it will make a difference for people to choose which platform to play based on personal preferences or depending on which platform this game has the best port on? At the moment, I'm developing a program for analyzing performance on consoles. So I got interested in this question. I mean, I think for me, the platform I want to play on is... I mean, it kind of depends on the game. In some cases, it's this system I have the most affinity to, or maybe the series just feels right on that system. Or in some cases, if I think a game is going to perform a lot better on another system, I might do that. But for example, Kingdom Hearts 3. Unless Digital Foundry says that the PS4 version is really bad, which I severely doubt, because it's going to be 80% of sales probably, if not more. I'm sure the game will technically be better on Xbox One, and I do intend to get a majority of multi-platform games on Xbox One X. Just because I have it, so why not? But Kingdom Hearts, that don't feel right.
Yeah.
It just don't feel right. And like for a lot of sort of simpler 2D games that are going to, for all intents and purposes, perform just as well on Switch as they would on PS4, say. You know, I'll get the Switch version just because, one, I like Nintendo systems. It gives me the option to play it portably. You know, or in some cases it might just be like for example, like Way Forward games. Like those games feel at home on Nintendo systems. They just do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it definitely depends. You know, a lot of times, even if you're talking about NES games, like I just like playing the NES version of Turtles 2. I like that more than the arcade version, to be honest.
Which is just silly, really.
Well, it's got 2 new levels. That's the one I played more of. I mean, I played the arcade one as a kid, but like I feel like you know, I have an appreciation for arcade games, but like I feel like a big part of maybe the reason I didn't play a lot of arcade games as a kid was because it's like I can put in quarters and quarters and quarters, but it's like I don't think I'm actually going to get to the end before I've spent like too many quarters, you know?
Right.
It's like I never really went into an arcade game with the mindset of this is a game I can finish.
Well, I mean, you're not. It's all about the practicing.
Yeah. Oh, did you go back to the beginning?
Yeah, you go back to the beginning of the level. I'm just.
Oh, it's the beginning of the level. I thought it was the beginning of the level.
I know, the levels are pretty long. This is my last attempt. So I can finish this level. This game the arcade version was released as a PlayStation Mini.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That was sort of a weird excursion for the PS3 and PSP.
See, the motorcycles take off 2 whole bars of health.
Oof.
If I can make it through that part without any real issue, it's fine. If I lost my life, I lost my knuckles, and I lost my armor.
It does seem like this would be a tough game to get through.
It does seem like it would be?
Yeah, I mean, just because, like, the levels take a long time and then you go all the way back to the beginning. I mean, of course you do, but I can see how it would be a tough game.
I know that feeling, man. I feel like I can just, like, lay my head back right now and fall asleep. I cannot wait to not feel like this anymore. It's literally one of the worst things I've ever felt.
This jet lag.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, I wonder if it's like the excitement of the trip that like makes it not so bad on the front end.
Maybe.
I mean, even though I barely slept the night before the flight to Japan, like I like I still handled it a lot better than I thought I would. And to be fair, that might be
yeah. I mean, we were excited about it, and
yeah,
the excitement does help drive you a bit more.
Like, and it was so weird because I slept like awesome the night before the flight back home. Like, I was just so tired on the plane and just like.
Well, that commute was intense. Like getting to the plane was.
Getting to the airport was pretty intense. Plus, like the flight was, you know, it was later in the day than you think too.
Yeah.
Are we on the same plane going from San Francisco to Chicago?
I don't think so. I think you leave an hour after I do.
Okay.
I mean, we bought our tickets like 3 weeks apart, so.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But you know, the good thing is like flying to the West Coast is going to seem like nothing now.
Yeah.
Man, you know, I was kind of thinking earlier, like there's like so many Switch games that I need to beat, but part of me kind of just wants to play Breath of the Wild again.
Well, I'm playing Ease 8 again, so I mean, that doesn't make sense. I
Yeah,
mean, you don't even need to play Breath of the Wild again. You could just like go back into it, and there's probably tons of stuff that you never did.
Yeah, that's true, but I feel like I would want to start a new file, but the problem is, like, I know that, like, right now, I wouldn't really dedicate the time to it that I would need to properly, like, actually do anything extra that's worthwhile, but someday, that's a game I would very much like to replay.
Yeah.
You know, I want 100% Mario Odyssey, but like the problem with that game is I don't like playing it handheld very much.
Yeah, I understand that.
The controls just don't feel good to me because like I don't know what you can do if you're not using, like, the motion controls don't feel good if you're playing handheld. But I don't know how you can do certain moves without using motion controls. Like, they act like motion controls is optional, but like there's certain things that I don't.
Well,
like,
they are optional in the fact that you can do like a lot of these, most of, if not all the moves without. It's just you can't do them very conveniently.
But yeah, but I'm not really sure if there are certain moves because I never figured out, like, for example, like the high jump for the frog. Like, there's a higher jump that you can do for the frog by using motion controls. But I never figured out what button would do it if you weren't using motion controls.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't play much beyond, you know, the ending. I didn't even get like the true ending or whatever it is that you get after you get like 300 moons or something like that. Every time that this title screen flashes, I can see it flash like in your room. Yeah, the game audio is down because I'm done playing. I think we're wrapping it up though for tonight.
Yep. So I don't know if we had a no, I guess I could bring like bring my 3DS and we could like stream that.
That's true.
On your computer.
Yeah, I gotta find out where my capture card even is.
Well, no, like you could just use USB.
Oh, and do a screen capture. Yeah, that's true. But I don't know.
It might be kind of funny. I could play River City Rivals or whatever it's called. I can't even remember what that game is called.
The new one you mean that came out? Look at that poster.
Yeah, the second one that got a physical release. What about it?
The poster in the background is just some guy's face. It's kind of a funny poster.
Huh?
The poster, like the poster in the background.
Oh, that came with it?
No. It's in the game. In the game that I'm playing. The poster's just like in the background.
I see. I thought you were talking about the Kunio game. I was talking about.
The Kunio game, you know, it's must not have done too well because it's like $13 on Amazon, and that's like including with the limited edition keychain.
Really?
I still have not bought it. I'm like, well, you know, if it's $13, I wonder how long.
You know, I'm curious if they changed much from the previous game, because like I'm kind of not too excited to play it. Like I got it just because it seemed like a thing I should get, but like the previous game, like it was okay.
Yeah.
But
wait, hang on. I see that the Jimmy's talking about the blooper. Should I share the blooper? I might be able to share the blooper or share the. Let me see. I can probably do it from my Dropbox. Hang on.
You're like spoiling the best blooper that we've got for the next blooper reel.
Yeah.
Can you share it without accidentally revealing what our projects are?
Absolutely. I'm pretty sure that I had it.
You just don't want to show the folders that have the interviews.
Oh no, I have the that part totally separate. Did I get rid of it? I may have gotten rid of it. Let me just make sure. Maybe I did delete it. I don't know. Oh no, I didn't. Here it is.
You didn't what?
Make sure this is it.
You do know that your folders are over my face, although it's too small to read.
Okay. Oh, you're right. I didn't. I wonder if I can. I can't do it with audio anymore because of the way that this works. Let me share this in
Wait, can't you if you have desktop audio on OBS, it'll go through.
Oh, hang on. Can I add desktop audio?
Oh, add it as a source.
Yeah.
You won't be able to scrub through it though.
That's okay. It's I have just that
it's
little
build up.
Well, I have some of the build up. Let's see. Okay, is an audio input capture. Add. No, it's not the.
I mean, all you have to have is desktop audio on OBS.
Let's see here. Oh, hang on. Here we go. Let's see if this works, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
All right, hopefully everyone hears this. Make sure I got desktop audio. Let me hide that. Here we go. Let's see if this works.
Yeah. Okay, you ready for this? Yeah. You ready for this action?
I don't know. I can repeat it.
Yeah. Okay, you ready for this? Yeah. You ready for this action? Yeah. Okay,
We just wanted some B-roll of doing a gachapon machine and try to not get the coin in the machine.
Yeah. You ready for this action?
It's like so much build up where Jimmy explains to him how it happens so he can get it his first try, and he's like, "You ready for this? You ready for this action?" And he's like,
Yeah. Okay, you ready for this? Yeah. You ready for this? Do they hear the audio?
They should.
Yeah.
And it's funny when you do it because Jimmy's just like, "Oh, oh."
Okay, you ready for this? Yeah. You ready for this action?
Oh, you know what? Hang on. It's like in a tiny little screen. It might help if I made it bigger here. There we go. Yeah, it's
okay, you ready for this?
Yeah.
You ready for this action?
Well, I thought it was pretty funny. We thought it was pretty funny. I can't make it full screen though. I don't have a way to do it.
That was the place where I got Seirei Densetsu Lickle.
Yeah. And you know, it's funny because I was shooting some other stuff in there and I can hear you like talking about it. Oh, really? There it is.
At the time, like I wasn't like really even considering it.
I know.
Like, I was just like, oh wow, that's cool. But I've spent too much money. And then, you know, after you know, a night of sleep to make me forget how much money I had spent, I was like, the next day I was just like, what am I thinking? Like I gotta get that. It might be my last chance.
Yep. It's worth it. It's worth it.
It was worth it. It was an extremely good game. And I did not pay, you know, $1,500 for it.
Yeah. Well, all right. I'm gonna go sleep. It's so stupid. So probably no stream next week unless we can work something out. But we'll be back in full force after that because, well, I mean, I'm home for a couple of weeks before I go on a family vacation. I'm going to be camping for a week at the end of
camping.
We're going camping.
What variety of camping? Like tent camping?
Well, it's cabin
or
camping.
Like RV camping? Oh, cabin camping. Okay.
Yeah, but we're going to be like in the woods for a while. It's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. And I've decided that I'm going to like kind of unplug for a while.
I mean, that's good. Like, I mean, do you think you can like completely like forego using your phone or computer?
No. That'll never happen. But I mean, like just because I say a cabin isn't like true camping, but we will be doing some tent camping while we're there. And you know, it depends on. I don't like. I don't like the woods at night. So I mean, it really depends, and especially if I can be with my kids.
Don't bring Evil Dead with you.
No, I did watch a pretty good horror movie, randomly this weekend, or midweek it was, called Hell House LLC. It's on Amazon Prime, I believe. It's like a year old maybe. It's a pretty good found footage movie if you like that kind of stuff. It was surprisingly effective.
I'm always on the lookout for what'd you say it was called again?
It's called Hell House LLC.
Huh. I'll have to remember that because I do like me a good found footage movie.
Yeah, I mean I haven't really watched a lot of them in a long time, but it was much better than I was kind of expecting it to be. It was a little kind of creepy. The payoff was like not amazing, but the build up was really good.
Yeah, so this is like a real like true like getaway style vacation. Like this isn't like I always feel like when I take family vacations, it's always like you're like taking the time off to like see things, like, you know, to like go to like places and see things.
Yes.
This is like just getting away and not really like.
Yeah, the place we're going to is we're gonna go to like Mackinac Island up in in Michigan.
Yeah, I've been there several times. Like, so you're going to be camping on the island?
No, we're going to be like really close to it. We're going to go and spend a couple days over there though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a really nice place. I've been there several times.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. I've never been, but my wife worked with somebody who move there and like shoots photographs there now because it's like
Mhm.
a lot of cool houses and stuff there.
Well, you know, my parents lived in Michigan for a brief time,
Oh, okay.
so
So I guess that makes sense.
we actually went once before we moved to Michigan, just because you know my parents had heard of it and thought it sounded interesting. And I think we went there once while they lived in Michigan, and we've been back since then one time because they just really liked it. But it's a neat area. There's no other than like I think there might be like some emergency service vehicles allowed on the island, but there's like no vehicles on the island. Like it's all horses.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
interesting.
these next couple months, I mean, it's like August and September are going to be pretty good in terms of like getting away. Then at the end of September, my wife and I are taking a vacation with just the two of us to celebrate our 10th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Where are you going?
Well, we have a friend who's getting married like that same that same time. So we're gonna be going up to like Niagara Falls and up into Canada for a little bit. So it's gonna be fun. That'll be fun too. But I'm looking forward to kind of, especially after all these trips, just kind of going camping a little bit. And you know, as long as I can get an episode done in between the time that I get back from this trip and go on that, then we'll be fine. And we'll be fine. Because then you can, I guess, like after you finish yours, and if I can get an episode done to follow it up, then maybe you can do the 3DS capture video.
Yeah, which I don't expect that to be very hard.
Well, I mean, after what you're doing now.
No. But yeah, maybe I could do that. And, you know, I'll just plan things out so that I'm not working on something that's going to be like an insane amount of work.
Right.
Like if I know that I'm going to need to produce things quickly in between your availability.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's going to be fine. And we'll see what I can do. I mean, I have several things I want to get done. I submitted to see if I could get a review copy of the Mega Man X Legacy Collection, so we could do something very similar to what we did with
Yeah.
with the
when does that come out?
It comes out July 24th. So if I can get that, then I could like do that video shortly after I get back. You know,
I wonder if it's like got any 4K features or if like the Switch version is just as good as any other.
I have no idea, but I'm not sure if I'll even get approved for something like that or not.
Yeah.
It depends. Another thing I kind of wanted to see if I could get a review copy is of the Switch version of Flashback 25th Anniversary Edition that came out. I guess it's already out in the UK, but I had a lot of fun doing the Sega Genesis collection. I kind of want to do more videos like that. And I kind of want to do things where we can talk about newer stuff and also like use that to like jump into some older stuff as well.
Yeah. But I like that idea.
I mean, I sent a Twitter message. I mean, this kind of stuff like haven't really any real experience of kind of arranging for review copies or anything like that. So I just, you know, use Twitter. So, I mean, as best as I can. But we'll see about the Mega Man X Legacy Collection. I think it'd be really fun, but I have a feeling that people are going to start having review copies really soon. But if that was the case, if I get a review copy, I'd say like, hey, can you send me the Switch version instead? I could at least do that one.
I feel like the Switch version would be a pretty popular request, though.
It would be, but I mean, I requested PS4 because, you know, I feel like that's a platform that there's a lot of other games in the series on PlayStation, you know, so we'll see what happens. I don't know. You'd think, I mean, we don't really get approached very much about doing like reviews for stuff, so that's why I want to try to get our name out there for stuff like that more often, Like for like the Monster Boy that's coming out, I really want to do a big. We really want to do a big Wonder Boy video, and I did get in touch with the people who are publishing that, and they are going to be providing a review copy so we can actually do like a big Monster Boy and Wonder Boy video.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited about that. Anyways.
Alrighty.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you the week after next.
Yep.
Good night.
Good night.